Hey, good morning, YouTube. I just wanted to jump on really quickly. I know I've been gone, right? We started and then we left. Well, my husband surprised me with a new phone. And so I've been working that out. I used to be team Android. Now, apparently, I'm team iPhone. So I've just been learning the ropes with my new phone. But I did want to jump on real quickly to answer some questions that I've been asked since the last videos. So the first and main question was, hey, how do we start homeschooling? Well, that depends on the state that you are in. So every state has their own legalities. Some states even break it down into the county or the city that you're in. And so the best way to find that out is to go to the HSLDA, Homeschoolers Legal Defense Association, hslda.org. Okay, some of their website is only exclusively for paid membership, but what allows you to homeschool and what you need to be able to legally homeschool in your state, that information is free. So you just want to jump on, look into that, because it does greatly differ where you are. Like here in North Carolina, where I am, I just have to register, keep my info up to date in terms of my attendance records, which you just have to have in case you are audited. It's not something that they look into every year. And also, you do have to do yearly standardized testing. In other states like Oklahoma, homeschoolers dream, right? Like, you just do it. Other states like Pennsylvania, they want to know what curriculum you're using. They're going to come in and actually check in on your home and your kids and see like what you're doing, how you're teaching. They want to see that progress. Rhode Island is one of those states where it was really by the city that you're in. You register with them, not the state. Then there are states like New York. I'm going to be honest with you, if I lived in New York and I wanted to homeschool, I'd probably move because they are really invasive in terms of their homeschooling practices, and they have some laws that they are trying to push to become even more invasive. So truly, really, you want to just tap in and join those homeschooling groups, learn, what actually is required and what that looks like. But the best way to know that you are crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's, is to jump on that Homeschooling Defense Association's webpage. Okay, with that being said, once you've made up your mind that homeschooling is something that you want to do, there are so many curriculums. There are so many ways that you can homeschool. I'm of the belief that every parent knows their child best and how they learn best and what that child needs the best, what that child, the areas that they're strong in, the areas that they're weak in, and where you really want to add motivation, and how you want your homeschool to look like. Like, you know that best as the parent. And so, there are free ones like Easy Peasy, where you just need online access. There are Christian, there are secular, there are people that homeschool just with workbooks. There are people who homeschool Charlotte Mason style, where they're all about nature studies and living books and no twaddle. There are people like me. I like to use box curriculum. However, I'm not an all-in-one box curriculum gal because my kids are not all-in-one box curriculum kids. And so what I mean by box curriculum is they're going to send you everything that you need. They will have, even some of them, like Sunlight, will have it scheduled for you. Of course, you don't have to stick to that schedule. Once again, curriculum are tools, right? But you get to decide how you implement those tools. And so some of my favorites that you'll see time and time again with my kids are like Master Books, Sunlight. I do love Evan Moore. Evan Moore is a secular program, but I feel that it's great for supplementing. And so when I see that my kids may need like a little bit of extra, I have no problem bringing in Evan Moore into our homeschooling system, right? And so that's just like for us, what works for us. In terms of our schedule, once again, scheduling, there's so many aspects of scheduling. So you need to do what works best for your family. Some people, right, they may have one kid that goes to school, and so they want their whole family, or maybe they're really close with cousins, and so they want their whole family on the public school system. And so they vacation when the kids are on vacation, they school when the public school kids are public schooling, they go to school like from the hours of like 8 to 2. They look just like the public school system, and that's fine. Other people like to road school, right? They are traveling, and so they like to incorporate as many field trips as possible to see real exhibits, go actually explore like the Grand Canyon when they're studying certain things in geography, just for an example. And so, their schedule may look totally different. There are people who still work full time, right? Like I used to work full time, and so our schedule looks like crazy compared to other people's schedule because you get it in when you can fit it in. I'm switching to just working 2 days a week. And so with that, I work overnights, and so I need to rest certain days. And so we will be schooling on the weekends, right? Because those days are available to us. Our goal is to do academics 4 days a week. So we school Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We don't do any type of schooling on Wednesday and Thursday because those are my rest days. And then Fridays, it's still school on that 5th day, but our Fridays are not traditional academic schools. Those are days that we use for our field trips. We do like what we consider a gym class, basically. Of course, we do have a gym membership. Our kids go work out, and so that serves as PE for us. But also we have a homeschooling membership with Defy Gravity. And so our kids meet up with other friends every Friday morning. They get that jump in. We do field trips on Fridays. We cook. We learn life skills. All those wonderful things, right? Deep cleaning the home. We catch up on schoolwork if we find that we're getting behind. And not behind as in like we're comparing our kids with other children, but behind in terms of what we have scheduled and what we want to accomplish by the end of the week or by the end of the month or by the end of the year. Say we have a vacation coming up. We don't want to finish in the middle of a book. We may say, all right, guys, we're gonna, the next couple of Fridays, we're gonna read some extra chapters, right? So we don't want to get behind in terms of what we have, our goals that we have set. And so for everyone, their homeschooling is going to look totally different. Some states even will dictate you have to have 180 days of schooling done, or some states will say you need to have so many hours. In that regards, don't get hung up on the hours, right? Because so many things that you do is learning. People say there's no way I can do 4 to 5 hours of kindergarten a day with my child. Well, remember, when you bring your child into the kitchen and you are cooking and you bring out those measuring cups, right? You are doing math. You are comparing. You are contrasting. You are looking at different colors and bigger and smaller and halves and ounces and looking at, all different types of numbers and measurements and shapes. That's math. That's kindergarten math right there. When you go to the playground and your kid is running around and acting completely free, you know what? That is like kindergarten PE, right? Bring the jump ropes, do hopscotch, teach your kid a new sport. If your child is on a sports team in a lot of states, that qualifies for PE in states that require PE. And so I say this because I want to let you know that you can homeschool. The biggest thing, if that's something that you're looking into, is just start. Just do it. A great resource that I still use is Kathy Duffy Reviews. And that's an online website, and it lists all the different types of curriculum And she even highlights the ones that she favors. Now, me and her differ on some of our favorites, but she highlights some of her favorites even for you. She gives a great synopsis to help narrow things down. There are homeschool conventions that you can actually go and leaf through and look and feel the books and the curriculum. So don't be afraid. Just jump in, but do look into the HSLDA. Awesome.